Hey, so the big choice, eh? Who would I vote for if I were American? Well, I think you've got to weigh up, history. You've got to weigh up reality as you see it. And the way I see it is that you've got an appeal to patriotism and nationalism, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is Trump's only appeal, this kind of personality cult thing, where he promises much for the battlers, the people that consider themselves true Americans, the somewhat uneducated, and the people that are fully supportive of ongoing status quo, or even harking back to some sort of nostalgic life of America, some sort of Hollywood image of 1950s America that just ignores all the reality, really, of people that have suffered. And it very much ignores the international context. And I guess that's where I can maybe help you out a little bit, is that Australia has gone through some of the socialist changes, if you like, but we're not bad, we're not doing too bad. We've still got beaches, we've still got private medicine, we've still got good education. So people shouldn't be scared of progress, and yet they are, they're terrified, and that's what the trick of the GOP and the trick of Republicans and the trick of Fox News is to appeal to this kind of other America that actually doesn't really exist. But people want to get back to that. So you've got the choice between two old men, but the old man on the other side, Biden, has the advantage of being backed by history and progress, in that there's nothing in the Democrat platform that is negative in terms of progress if you look at the rest of the world. Trump kind of represents a patriotism that is purely about America making it on its own. And, there is an argument for that. It hasn't become the most powerful country in the world for no reason. I mean, abundant natural resources, a big population, a dynamic work ethic, a sense of adventure, a sense of entrepreneurial, skill. So America doesn't lose that by progressing socially, though. Not adopting communist or socialist ways to do things, but just more humane ways to do things. The idea that you're accepting more and more people in the world, that America can work with every country. I mean, that is very much an ideal. And I understand deterrence, and I think so does the left wing of American politics. Very much understands the power of being the most powerful military nation in the world. But working towards some sort of a world where there's cooperation and understanding seems to me to be a much more sensible overall way to go in the future. So I'm afraid my vote would be for the older guy, Joe. I mean, we could talk about it for hours, the reasons. The character of the guy, for sure. I mean, I don't know whether you get an innate sense of it, but for me, somebody who constantly lies all the time and also imperils vast quantities of his own people to the exclusion of science. So that lying about health science for political purpose is horrendous, but it's not just that lie, it's thousands of lies that he said, thousands of falsehoods, and I just don't think Biden's in that category at all. He's a bit slow, but he's a decent bloke. So I think my vote would be for Joe. So good luck with it. I hope you guys make the right choice, not just for America, but for the world. It's a big thing, and we follow you guys closely. We respect you on a number of different levels for your creativeness, for your power, for your influence, for your good influence on the world. There's a lot of good things that come out of America, and I hope it continues to do that. And I hope the majority of people in America can see how important it is to integrate all the people of your country and deal with racism, deal with inequity and poverty, and move away from this sense that you can't help people in a systemic way, that government can't help people. It's been shown very clearly in other sensible economies that it is perfectly good to be helping people along, to work with them with their dreams. And I think that's where Joe's got it over Trump, is that Trump's all about trickle-down economics, where the very, very rich make so much money that they can afford to pay an extra 30 cents an hour. But there really needs to be a rethinking of that. I think, anyway. So my vote's for Joe. All the best.